Welcome to the mansion of midnight mysteries.
Under starry skies. The wooden hut nestled in the heart of the remote Alp stood as a testament to time, its weathered beams whispering stories of the past. Outside, the world was blanketed in a soft layer of snow, the moonlight casting a silvery glow over the landscape. Heidi and Nick had already spent a few days in this secluded paradise, seeking refuge from the hectic pace of their lives. Tonight, they found themselves in a hot tub, the steam rising around them like a mystical fog, creating an ethereal atmosphere beneath the vast, starry sky. Heidi leaned back against the edge of the tub, her skin glistening in the moonlight, her gaze sparkling with romance. "Isn't it magical?" she breathed, her voice a soft melody that danced in the crisp night air. "Just us, the mountains, and the universe." Nick nodded, but his mind was adrift in the currents of memory. The beauty of the night was a stark contrast to the shadows that lingered in his heart. Many years ago, his parents had spent the summer in this very hut, a time that had turned tragic when his mother died giving birth to him. His father had often recounted the tale of her ghost, a spectral presence that returned for weeks, nursing Nick as if she were still alive. It was a story that both fascinated and haunted Nick, a blend of love and loss that he could never quite reconcile. "Nick?" Heidi's voice broke through his reverie, pulling him back to the present. "What are you thinking about?" He hesitated, the weight of his memories pressing down on him. "I was just thinking about my mother," he finally admitted, his voice low and heavy. "She died here, in this hut, directly after I was born." Heidi's expression shifted, concern mingling with curiosity. "I'm so sorry. I didn't know." "It's okay," he said, forcing a smile. "It's just, my father used to tell me stories about her. He said that after she died, her spirit stayed with him for weeks. He claimed she would appear to him every day, nursing me, as if she had never died." Heidi's eyes widened, a mix of fascination and empathy washing over her. "That's incredible. Do you believe him?" Nick shrugged, the lines of his face deepening with the weight of his thoughts. "I don't know. It sounds surreal, but I want to believe it. I want to believe that she was there, caring for us." The night air grew still. Heidi reached for Nick's hand, intertwining her fingers with his, her touch warm and grounding. "That's beautiful, Nick. It's like she was giving you a part of her, even after she was gone." As she spoke, the stars above seemed to twinkle brighter, as if echoing her sentiment. Nick felt a flicker of hope ignite within him. Perhaps he could honor his mother's memory while also embracing the future with Heidi. Heidi leaned closer, her breath warm against his skin. "You know, this place feels alive. It's as if the mountains hold secrets, stories waiting to be uncovered." Nick's heart raced as he met her gaze, the air thick with unspoken desire. "What kind of stories?" "Stories of love, loss, and the mysteries of life," she replied, her voice low and sultry. "Maybe even stories of spirits that linger, watching over those they love." The tension between them crackled like electricity, and Nick felt a pull toward Heidi that was both exciting and thrilling. "Do you believe in ghosts?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "I believe in the energy that connects us all," she said, her eyes locked onto his. "In the way love transcends even death." As the steam swirled around them, Nick felt the weight of his past begin to lift, replaced by the warmth of the moment. He leaned closer, their lips almost touching, the world around them fading into a blur. "You mean my mother could still be here with us, in some way," he murmured, his breath mingling with hers. "Maybe she is," Heidi replied, her voice a soft caress. "And maybe she wants us to embrace this moment." With that, Nick closed the distance between them, their lips meeting in a kiss that was both tender and electric. The world around them melted away, leaving only the warmth of the hot tub and the connection they shared. In that moment, the past and present were interwoven, and Nick felt a sense of peace wash over him. The stars above them seemed to shimmer with approval. The mountains stood silent, guardians of their secret, as Heidi and Nick surrendered to the magic of the night, their hearts entwined in a dance of love and mystery. In the embrace of the Alpine wilderness, both found themselves lost in a moment that felt timeless and fleeting. The kiss lingered on their lips, a promise of connection that transcended the boundaries of life and death. The steam from the hot tub curled around them, creating an intimate cocoon that shielded them from the chill of the night. Heidi's fingers traced patterns on Nick's arm, sending shivers of delight through him. "Do you think your mother would be happy for you?" she asked softly, her gaze searching his. Nick pondered the question, his heart swelling with a mix of emotions. "I hope so. I think she would want me to find love and happiness, even if she couldn't be here to see it." Heidi smiled, her eyes reflecting the starlight. "Then let's make this moment count. Let's create our own memories, our own stories, right here in this magical place." With a newfound sense of purpose, Nick leaned in closer, their foreheads touching as they shared breath and warmth. "What if we could feel her presence tonight? What if she's watching over us, blessing this moment?" Heidi's eyes sparkled with fascination. "Let's invite her in. Let's honor her memory together." Nick nodded, feeling a surge of energy course through him. They closed their eyes, the world around them fading into a soft hum. In that stillness, they began to speak softly, sharing their hopes and dreams, their fears and desires, as if weaving a tapestry of connection that spanned the realms of the living and the departed. As they spoke, the air around them seemed to shift, a gentle breeze rustling the trees nearby. The stars above twinkled with an intensity that felt almost alive, as if the universe itself was listening. Nick felt a warmth envelop him, a sensation that was both comforting and exhilarating. "Do you feel that?" he whispered, his voice barely audible. Heidi nodded, her breath hitching in her throat. "It's like she's here with us." In that moment, Nick could almost envision his mother, her spirit radiant and ethereal, smiling down upon them. It was as if she was embracing them both, a guardian of their love, encouraging them to forge their own path. With a newfound sense of freedom, Nick and Heidi leaned into each other, their lips meeting once more in a kiss that was deeper, more passionate. The world around them faded away, leaving only the warmth of their bodies and the connection of their souls. The steam from the hot tub rose like a veil, wrapping them in a cocoon of intimacy. Nick looked into Heidi's eyes, feeling a sense of clarity he had never experienced before. "Thank you for being here with me," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "You've helped me find a way to honor my past while embracing my future." Heidi smiled, her cheeks flushed with warmth. "And thank you for sharing your story with me. It makes this moment even more special." They sat in silence for a moment, the stars above twinkling like 1,000 watchful eyes. The mountains loomed majestically around them, silent witnesses to their love and the mysteries of the night. As the evening wore on, they continued to share stories, laughter, and dreams, the bond between them growing stronger with each passing moment. The past no longer felt like a weight, instead, it became a part of the tapestry of their lives, woven into the fabric of their shared experience. Eventually, they reluctantly climbed out of the hot tub, wrapping themselves in soft towels. The air was crisp against their skin, but the warmth of their connection kept the cold at bay. As they made their way back to the hut, hand in hand, Nick glanced at the stars once more, feeling a sense of gratitude wash over him. "Thank you, Mom," he whispered, knowing that in some way, she was part of this moment, part of their journey. Inside the hut, they settled by the fire, the flames dancing and crackling, casting flickering shadows on the walls. Wrapped in each other's arms, they shared whispered secrets and dreams for the future, the warmth of the fire mirroring the warmth in their hearts. In that remote Alpine valley, beneath the watchful gaze of the mountains and the stars, Nick and Heidi found not only love, but also a sense of belonging, a connection that transcended time and space, binding them together in a way that felt both mystical and profound. And as they drifted off to sleep, the spirit of the past mingled with the promise of tomorrow, creating a beautiful harmony that would resonate in their hearts forever.